Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Afghanistan 11, the second preview, this on Operation Mountain Thrust. So I did forget that in order to save the game, I do have to end the turn, so I did end the turn, but luckily there was nothing happened, basically. I didn't get a glimpse of any of the Taliban walking on camera or anything. So just consider this 5 seconds in the future from the, from the last turn. But we did end the turn, and the good news is, we're a little bit more positive on political points. Yeah, we're going to have to be very careful, but we do have enough to do our drone reconnaissance if we want to. And I think that I do, because if we can ferry... Okay, well, that was kind of a bust. I was going to say, if we can ferry our special forces around, they also have an A-10 strike that we could use, but that's not going to be the case. So let me just do this. And we have 2 Huskies out right now. This one was resupplied. Nope, 4 fuel, so I guess it was... Oh yeah, it was resupplied, but it lost a fuel at the beginning of this turn. The MRAP is also, so we'll do the same thing, the leapfrog. 1, 2. It's a little bit risky to have them like this. It should be this one leaping just 1 ahead, but... We'll see if we can get a little lucky. Okay, Convoy. Here we go. We just gotta hope that he doesn't, in his one leap ahead, encounter any Taliban, which he very well could. We might get quite unlucky here. And this should be okay now because we have access to all the vision we need. Maybe. Okay, now we've gone as far as we can. Okay, so now this could also still have a... another something or else down here. Mines. Could be more mines on that road. I'm not sure if I want to have that guy even continue over there. Always good to do, which I didn't, is see what are the intelligence out. 3 and 3. So there's 3 out there. Remember, the Taliban do enter from the east side of the map until one of these towns is so far devolved that they can actually spawn at the local militia cave spawn point in the mountains. But I don't think that's happened quite yet, so they probably only have the Taliban coming in from the east. Now we need to get ourselves to form our forward operating base here pronto. I think this might even be the vehicle we use to do that. This should be perfectly capable of building a FOB. It is. So we'll just resupply this one with fuel if we can. Might as well just get this one road built so that it's a little bit easier to travel around. And... should I? Actually, it's probably better for me to get a water tower here to keep things going smoothly. That'll probably use up the rest of our points. We can get it this turn. It will put us back into the negative, though. So let me wait on that and do it last, because we might be able to. We might want to do a few other things on this turn before we do that. Now, with this group, with this guy, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I just want enough for him to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, good. So I just want him enough to go. There and then end in the base. I think that's... He has 2 movement points left, just enough to get him back. Perfect. That didn't cost very much. Now, what are we going to do with all of these soldiers? Because none of the towns near us have that little smoking fire, which is the indication that they are ready to be approached again by our soldiers for new intel. So I guess we just set up the only thing we really need to do on this turn is set up that FOB. Now the FOB does cost, what is it, 1,500, so we need to kind of plan ahead for that. It can't get done on this turn, so we probably will do the water tower and send another unit out. Okay, probably this is what we should do. This guy's fine, this guy's fine, this guy needs a refuel, right? Perfect. Okay, so before he moves any further, let's get our supply truck, one that has the movement points, to collect fuel, move out, deploy fuel to here. That's all you'll be able to do this turn, but that's all I need you to do. And then we have another supply truck that can do whatever else we need next turn. So that should be all the movement points that this guy can do. Yeah, because I think they only get 3 movement points, and you spend 1 of them to do the refueling. So if he spends any more than 1 movement point to get to the truck, in this case the Buffalo, he will be out of movement points after that. So yeah, we'll just probably conserve for the rest of these groups, so we'll just conserve. There's no reason to move this buffalo out because this guy... I guess that's not exactly true. There is... How far... Excuse me, how far can he get? Oh, no. If he can only get here, then there's no difference in just using this guy to build the water tower and then move himself than to move this guy out. So we'll leave one out. It's just, it's better that way. Okay, so we'll do the water tower now. I guess that's all we need to do for this turn. Okay, good. Puts us way in the negative, but we aren't totally in the negative for multiple turns. It should show us as... Yeah, it doesn't show us writing for multiple turns, which is good. How much did we gain this time? It was only 200 for infrastructure. That includes all the costs we had. Did we build them? We do really also need to get a road going over there. I might send this buffalo out. Ho hum. Always so many different questions, so many different ways you can play it. You know, it's like when you give computer the game of Go. There's infinite possibilities. Not exactly infinite, but like uncountably finite number of moves you can do. So it's very hard to choose. Let's see. I think I'm gonna... Okay, we won't be able to build roads because we're negative. So let me just leave this guy here and we'll end the turn. I feel a little bit risky leaving these guys both exposed, but... And I don't know how my troop is doing in here. I don't know if he's like starving to death because he hasn't had any rations since the beginning of the game. Yeah, I'm gonna... this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this MRAP just 2 in front of him. That's the proper order that I want them. I want him 2 in front, not 1 in front, so that the leapfrog works more effectively when we do that next turn. Okay, and then I guess I'll get this MRAP to, since there's nothing else that I really want him to do, he might as well go visit that town far over to the southeast. Elim. Okay, so we'll end this turn and see what happens. Alright, so we got 200. I saw plus 200 for the water tower here, but I know it's a lot more for the other ones. 1,800. How much did it cost to put the stuff in? I don't remember, but a total of negative 1,000. So, but they're all working. How much? Oh, we're up to 4 and 4. So now pretty much there's going to be troops everywhere. We'll have to be very careful about our movements. Which is the good news about this situation, that we can do that leapfrog very nicely. 1, 2, 3. No, I almost messed it all up. 1, 2, 3. Don't know why that didn't look right for a moment. Okay, I know this is tedious, but they will get the convoy system up probably by the time you play, so you won't have to worry about doing this when the game is finally released. Perfect. So we made good progress there. We actually could have sent the troops over there, but I wasn't really paying attention. I'm okay that we didn't either. Ooh, it's kind of risky. Okay, we can't build roads yet, so there's... Okay, what do we do? This guy can head back in. Yeah, there's no point for him to stay out. He doesn't have anything useful. Okay, we probably want to send... how much fuel? This guy has enough fuel. The thing is, he can't do anything until we get points, but I do want him to start building the road from here. I do want him to build the road this way, and then down at some point diagonal, because this cutback actually does make it slightly more efficient to build a new road that doesn't cut back to the west at all. So I know, min-max, that's just even 1 point, but on the ASRs, on the dirt roads, movement of you only get 3 movements per point, so it's actually kind of worth it, I think. What we can do, actually, with this supply truck, we got 1 back. He doesn't have enough movement. Okay, I was going to say we can start transporting some aid. We're only at 50. I'm actually kind of surprised we're at 50, considering we've abandoned several of these places. Is it worth it? Are any of these? So none of these, only that one. I think it's worth it for us to do the Chinook all the way out to drop off our troops. If I was a crazy man, I would count, but I'm sure that this is more than 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to roughly guess, like 10. This is probably 15 here. Okay, so let's just send the Blackhawk out with the troops, because we know it'll take more than 1 turn anyway. So But that is actually kind of good news, though, that we've finished our training. Let's actually have this guy move. Perfect. There? No, that's, sorry, I do want him to move there. Did he? He did. Yeah, good. Okay, so he's in right now. We have our artillery set up, our howitzer set up to help but we have to locate the enemy first. That's the hardest thing in this game, of course, is spotting your foe. And we can't spot them from the air, but I think we're going to take a chance, even though there's 4 and 4. So there's like a lot. Oh, we can't actually even get there. So we have to use the Chinook if we want to move to that base in one turn. Well, I think it's worth it. I want to keep hearts and minds of these villages very, very, very high. And this is going to make it perfectly. And because we have our eye in the sky, we know that we're not going to encounter anything bad. So we'll do this. I think it's definitely worth it, even though it's, pretty expensive. 133 we're at right now, negative 133, negative 278. So very expensive, 155. Okay, but the good news is we do have the ability to get into this. We actually have enough points. We might as well just spend 1 to sweep for IEDs. Because we have the point remaining anyway, there's no point not to do it. And sometimes they do leave booby traps around places, villages, which are very, very Taliban oriented. Now we already knew that it wasn't that case because every time you step into a village, you update the flag. And since they're showing the ANA, the Afghan or Afghani National Army, they're not super hostile. They're just relatively neutral. Okay, so that is all we want to do until these water towers start really earning their keep. It's an investment, and that means everything else is going to slow down while we wait for that. I don't even want to send the Huskies out, to be honest, because we don't have eyes in these locations. What I could do, my only NRAP is gone too, so I can't use that. I could use the supply truck to temporarily transport the special forces around. I only have 3 points though. I do want this supply truck to do a UN aid drop, I think. So I'm going to use the Black Hawk, which makes sense, to ferry around my special forces. Just because I'm really interested in finding where are the Taliban and militia? Are they anywhere near us? So let me go ahead and drop here. Okay, so they gave us good vision. We'll pick them back up. And I'll go ahead and drop them even... Whoops, drop. I will drop them right here. That's a little bit... But let's just get good vision. Okay, so we have absolutely nothing in this area, which means it's safe for my supply truck. Well, I guess it's safe for my Husky to first move out so we can secure the road. 1, 2. Okay, I think we can even move one more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, so we can move one more. I just want to be safe. Okay, now we can get back just fine. So, I had to double check, make sure it was secure. Why lose a supply truck when it costs us like 10 political points for security? Let's get UN aid. Move it out. Oh, 0. Oh, I misread how many points that guy had left. I wonder, I guess you just click something else to redo it, so I won't worry about him this turn. Alright, but we have more we can do. I'm now going to go drop this guy off in the mountains. We'll just go see if there's anything over here we can see. 9 points of movement remaining, so we have a little bit more. Okay. These guys themselves have 5 movement points. How much are we? 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We're 3 away. So everything we go away double adds 2 to that. Obviously, 1 to go out, 1 to go back. So this will be we're 3 away. So this is 5 away, and the farthest we can get is there. So basically, we can't do anything beyond 8. This should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go 1 more. Nope, but we can't because we need 1 to load. Okay, so this guy has to get back to this point. It's very min-maxy. If you don't like logistics, this probably isn't the game for you. So I can go 1 more, and then I gotta come back. Okay. But the good news is that we did gain scouting information. I mean, it sounds kind of trivial, but we did actually see And I can go one more because I'll have one movement point left. I just wanted to scan around. Like, let's see if there's any militia in the hills right here. It's important to know. We can, you know, base information that we act on our knowledge that there's no militia here. So probably that whole area is safe. Okay, so a bust in the end, but... So, wait, there is a supply truck that has movement points. Then you are going to be the one that delivers. And this should only take one... Yeah, so that this one actually can get back, which is nice. Okay, good. And that is not going to be our turn, because we have... It's a bit risky, but we can move this guy over and get him into position. I don't know where exactly I want the fob. I mean, I guess I could move him... I think it makes the most sense to make this road go here. Although a little bit further away means that they have to travel further away from the mountains to put mines on the road, which is also something to consider. There's a lot of min-max you can do in this game. I might go down here. Okay, I want the fob very, like, in a, like, let's say the line of the road. I build it here. That is pretty close to the mountains. I think I'm going to do this and just put a single road up like this diagonal, and then the water tower here. So if that's the case, I'll move here. Now, hopefully he doesn't encounter any militia or anything. Good news, he didn't. Okay, and these guys have already moved, so... Well, I could move him more, but we might as well wait, so we'll just wait. And that will end the turn. Aha! Well, fantastic. We found the militia. Well, it's not all of them, obviously. 3 militia out. Opium crops 1. So it looks like one of the militia was used to build an opium crop, or maybe that's a Taliban job. I don't know exactly which one is responsible for that. But probably the big thing for us is infrastructure. We're now up by 1,000, which is fantastic. Okay, so Hearts and Minds is dropping, though. We got to be careful. And you know what? This guy is in position to eliminate this militia himself. So we do have our airstrike, but I prefer to use that as like a last resort thing. So let's continue to march these guys up. Okay, got a mine. That's already good news. This guy 3. This guy 3. This is a very crowded corridor, obviously, so great place for mines. And this will get us at least 1 more. 2 more even. Fantastic. Continue moving. Get you onto the MSR. And finally, here it is, turn 8, and we're finally touching the main road. So this is a very tough position. Like this, I'll show you this map again. It's never good for your main base to be so far out of the center. If our main base was like here, where we're going to put our fob, that would be so much more advantageous for us. This is a very tough setup. So it's kind of a very difficult mission because of that. Now you still have... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, you have 2 more you can go. Okay, well, let's get this guy. We'll probably do this and we'll offload him here. Which is, I don't know if offloading uses a point or not. Okay, I'm just going to offload him because 1, 2. Yeah, I think this makes sense. This guy probably won't be... Oh, yeah, so his rations are not depleted by being in the MRAP. That's good to know. Let's go here. Okay, a mine at the very, very end of the road. It'll be a long time before we can get up there. But this is good to know. This is militia controlled, not Taliban, so it's not totally out of control, but it's not in good shape. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to leave this guy in this town, and because it's militia controlled, I would like to do an IED sweep. Well, I guess this will actually do it for us, right? And it didn't find anything. So we'll probably... Is that all you can move? Oh, it is. Huh. Well, we can't get back into the vehicle. I guess we could if we moved here. That'll take a moving point, and the last moving point can be to load. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. It does make sense. And yeah, okay. So we'll do this. We'll load him. Although, really, we got to get back. This is as far as we wanted to journey until our fob is established, because fuel reserves are going to be very, very low after this. So actually, that's a good point. I'll have to figure out the convoy order again after this. Let's see, I want this guy to basically be 2 in front, so we're not at a good setup here. But that's okay. It looks like in the end, I'm not going to find anybody. I'm not going to find a better target for our infantry than this Chinook. So let's unload here. I guess like, so I'm always confused. This sometimes triggers the event immediately, which I don't want to do. But it should be a victory for us, so let's just do it. And I can't remember. These are militia. Good. So 70% chance. I mean, that's as good as we're gonna get. And they are eliminated. Fantastic. So that's obviously very good for us. We still have the ability to load up our troops and take them home. I think we can get all the way back, even with the little extra stop off there. Oh, nope. In fact, we cannot. Okay, well, where do I want to put these guys? I want to kind of put them along the road because I don't think that they're going to be covering with RPGs the road itself, but I'd be a little bit more nervous about the hilltops, the mountains where they're spawning. It's unfortunate I can't get back. I don't think I could have gotten back anyway then. Oh, we're so close though. So close, but no cigar. Alright, well, at least we have our economy set up, so I shouldn't be too worried. Let's see, this person is going to start building roads now that we have plenty of political points to do so. So we'll move it here. And I guess we'll leave it there, actually. I think that's all the movement points he has. Oh, he has one more. Okay, well, then start your spiral this way. And next turn, that was kind of a mistake. I probably should have just built the road there. But next turn, we'll get the fob, no problem. Now, there's still more we could do with the units here. Again, I could do another Special Forces run with Bravo Company. I can also do some UN aid, but I should probably clear with the Husky first. Let's just do the Husky clearing. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's as far as I can go without... Oh, that's actually further than I can go without getting back. I cannot get back now, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll just send them all the way then. Why not? It does mean that this path is secured so that we can do a UN aid. Should I thought? Yeah, I already have one ready, queued up to go. Might as well get this guy to do it then. Send that aid over there. They should really like us. And he also cannot get back. That's pretty unfortunate. Alright, so Bravo. Where do we want to send you? Yeah, I still want to send them somewhere because it's to our advantage to start looking. Even if this is a mission where we have to wait, let's get them to move here. Let's see what's over in this area. So we scanned this one last time, even though they could have moved into there. I don't think they would have that quickly. Okay, so our vision is to here. It's important to remember that. This is gonna be an operation which takes these guys out for longer than a turn. We're just gonna be okay with that. And let's move them here. Still nothing. So we only have 4 movement points left. I guess we will pick them up and just drop them a little bit further up. Okay, we can get this far. That's as far as we can get. Still nothing, but they still have a few movement points which we can use to do a little traversing. Man, really nothing. Huh. Okay, well, we're trying. Not having any luck, though. And this is... yeah. Oh, one of our intelligence showed a mine there, even. That's... I didn't know that. We probably should sweep that before we return. Okay. Well... I think it's probably suicide to try to send a supply truck with this many units out, 241. I think it's probably suicide to send a supply truck all the way over to LM. But you know what? I think we have to do it because those guys are going to run out of fuel, and that's a pain in the butt to deal with. So you know what? We've cleared this far. Let's just go ahead and risk it. We already know that this area should be clear because we cleared the mines all the way through. So that was a risk. Only this one hex was the last one where we knew that there could be a mine, but we knew that with the Special forces, there were no Taliban or militia, and this Husky cleared, I'm sorry, yeah, Husky cleared all the way up to that one last hex, so. Alright, so we'll end the turn. We only have one unit who hasn't moved anyway, and that Buffalo, nothing for him to do right now. Really, what can you do? Oh, you can build attachments and stuff, but I don't feel like double deploying to the FOB, so we'll end the turn. Alright, no movement or anything, so we're going to pick up here. Yeah, we're in trouble. Now this is still one more turn before things get bad. So if we go here, oh man, it's going to take two. Yikes, it's going to take two turns to get over there, but I think it's worth it. We're going to have the FOB here very soon, so we'll be able to use the supplies to refuel from there. So let's do... I'm just going to do this because I don't think the MRAP is going to go much further than the Husky. Okay. And clear. Okay, fantastic. Do we turn around here? I think so. Now the problem is we'll get the Husky to go, okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we want him to go to the exact point. So we want this guy to go, he wants to be 2 behind him, so he's always, no, 1 behind him. So we want him here. Okay, and now this guy clears to here. And now we do our leapfrogging again. Yeah, this is actually, I think, going to work out just perfect. 1, 2, 3. Here we go again. That's as far as we can go, but the MRAP can go a little bit further. Alright, perfect. Now this guy's job, all-important job, is to build a FOB. We need to make sure that he has enough movement points to do that. And he can build the final road next turn. So I'm going to have my FOB, let's see. Let's get these two down. Obviously, the further east it is, the better. And then you add all these other extensions, like the maintenance yard. Maybe that can be even further to the... No, I think I'll do maintenance yard, or this might even be the artillery pit, and maybe this is the... What is it called? The hospital, field hospital, and then FOB there. And then those actually count as roads as well. So... Okay, let's build the road we have, I think, enough to do it. And now, can we build our forward operating base here? No, it'll have to be next turn no matter what. Okay, that's good to know because we need... What? Wait. We have 2 action points. Why can't we build it this turn? Huh. Well, it's fine, actually. These guys will make it into the FOB on next turn anyway, even if I just build it next turn. So that's okay. And you'll build it here next turn, and then, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we're set on there, and we're getting our, like I said, our political point situation is looking good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Did I check how many there are this turn? 2 and 4. Okay, so we're, they're losing numbers. Probably not the way we want them. It's not the way we want it to happen, but let's see. Let's load you up. We're going to have you out, I think, for... Wait, can I not load up this troop? Oh, maybe you can't load them in the mountains now. I think that's a change that's been made. If we get here, they can be loaded up then. Let's just do a quick test. Can he be loaded here? Yeah, he can. Okay. Well, he kind of covered the area I wanted him to cover. Let's continue to push. Let's unload him anywhere we can over here. Let's try that. Still nothing. Load him back up. Basically just drop him off, do a quick scout mission. Okay, unload again. Unload. It's a bit far. Okay, we'll do it there. Alright, still nothing. We can get him a little bit further. Why not? This is going to have a FOB down there, so we can kind of treat this as friendly airspace. Wow, where are these guys? How many movement points do you have left? Yeah, you still have 2. My goodness. Okay, well, we can take him 2 more and drop him off somewhere. So we'll just do this. And now we need him to stay in non-mountain areas when he finishes, which I think this is. Okay, well, we did a lot of exploring. I'm sure this town is negative towards us, but that's okay. So that was useful. This guy needs to keep his progression. Oh, but we kind of explored this. I think that was useful. Get him to go all the way. And that means you take the safer route. We know that this hasn't been mined because we just put it down. It was good that we got that guy going. That was good planning ahead. And this guy can actually get back in base now. Okay. Wait, what is he doing? Get into base. There we go. Alright, we have a fire burning there, which means basically, okay, forget it. Pick him back up. Need you to go unload him. Just unload him right here. And actually, we got to get him. That was so stupid. I should have looked. I don't think we're going to be able to get him at all 3 now. Okay, we got the crop now. That's useful. Unfortunately, what's not useful is scrolling all the way back over, but that's okay. Take him out of town. So at this point, we have to just drop him directly in town if we want to get it done. Really, at this point, we need a new MRAP. This is really silly. We're wasting points doing it this way. That's okay. Do it one more time. Oh, okay, that's really good to know. The most relevant information we've probably gotten yet. And I don't think we're going to be able to get back 8 points. Okay, we have just enough to get back into base. So we're just going to use ours by doing an IED sweep. Nothing, but that's okay. We'll load them up and we'll go home. Okay, and just have him go home. I thought that counted as in base, but now it doesn't. Maybe because my artillery's there, and if I take away the artillery, but okay, fine. If it doesn't, it's not unrealistic for it not to count. I think I really need that fob up because then I need to put my special forces in it so we can start training new troops, the ANA troops specifically. But this was a really good turn, I would say. Really good turn. Alright, things are still dropping because of the whole situation here being terrible, I'm sure. Nothing we can do about that, though. Okay, so probably drop this guy off and buy an MRAP now that we're up to 3,000. We have the ability. We have our economy going, so we have the means to... well, first of all, let's take care of this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Why not just get them... Clear the rest? Okay, good. Now you build your forward operating base. I think, is that too close? I think right here, the further to the right we go, the better, because the next base won't be until up there, and that's a lot of distance. Nah, actually that is the MSR that we're covering though. So this makes sense. Basically this base has to cover this. We don't need to think about distance, we just need to think about which one it needs to cover it. This one covers these 3. This guy covers this one and this one, that's it. And the next one only has to cover 1, 2, and probably we need another operating base up here. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. But this is the most natural point, I think, for a forward operating base, right in this chicane. So in order to operate with this one and this one correctly, yeah, I think it makes sense to go a little bit further. I had the movement point to do that last turn, but I didn't think about it enough. And then we can do maintenance bay and field hospital, so that that all counts as a road. Something like that. Okay, let's do it here. It's done! Which means that all of these guys now can slowly start regaining fuel. Just 1 fuel at a time, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, so we'll just, I mean, they can always resupply using the supply of the base, one of the 3 we have. So you can see that this has 3 of 5 supply, and you can see it also has 3 of 5 artillery. It comes with the mortar company, so quite nice. Having 2 Huskies here, probably not what we want though, so we're gonna go ahead and send one of these guys back. And we do have this refueling guy, which now that he is not needed, I think what we'll do is just get everyone into the fob itself. You have 2 action points, so we would like you to build a maintenance pad. Oh, we gotta watch out that we don't spend too much money. No, actually, you know what? The most useful thing for this is actually to build the road and the water tower up here. So let's do that instead. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can go there. This is 1, 2, 3. Let's have him move here. We'll refuel him so that we don't use any action points to refuel. And then we'll get this guy to head back. He might run into an enemy on the way back. I'm not 100% sure that he's going to make it. He did. Okay, fine. That's good. But it was risky. Now you are going to go up here so that next turn you can build the road and the water tower, which is going to help our, being able to interact with that town. Get these guys in. They still do need to stay here overnight to get at least 1 fuel back. And we might even use some instant supply from the fob to refuel those, just because probably being able to do things now early in the game to get the snowball rolling is more important than waiting for them to be refueled. And we can always refuel or resupply the fob with our Chinook, or we have plenty of supply trucks. Oh, okay, so I will have to send this to support, but I don't want to do that right now. Oh, God. So quit. Oh, God. Okay, 1 second. Okay, the problem is every time I go to reinforcements, it won't work. So I probably am going to do this. I'm going to see if ending the turn resolves any errors. I'm kind of skeptical it won't. I can't build an MRAP this turn, which is what I wanted to do for Charlie Company. But at least we have enough good things going for us, and at least we have 1 MRAP. So what I want to do at this point, what I'd like to do, is get my special forces to the fob where they can start training A&A. We can do this. It looks like we can make it very easily with lots of actual room to spare to get back to the fob. So let's continue to eke out a little bit more exploration if we can. I think we'll head over east. I'm not sure whether this is mountain or landable. Okay, this is landable. Okay, let's just do this. So eventually we're going to find somebody, right? Okay, 18, how are we doing? Okay, now we're pushing it. So let's just have these guys go a little bit forward. And probably just head back now to be extra safe. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find anybody, but they are obviously off in the northern part of the map. Or we're about to encounter them on our trip home. Nope, we got lucky. Okay, good. So the important thing here is, well, one of the cool things is the chopper will gain a fuel, but this is the important thing. We can begin training A&A. So even if we can't do anything else, we can use this 1 special forces to have some kind of reinforcements. It's definitely not the ideal, but yeah, just move here. That's where I want you to be. Okay, good. That moved him out there. Okay, I actually want to see who we haven't moved. You're moved, from my opinion. This Chinook we don't need either. Unfortunately, it takes a long time for those animations. This Buffalo we also don't need. He's not doing much good here, but his goal is eventually going to be to repair the stations if they break. So that's what he's used for. Supply truck. Honestly, probably a good idea to get supply... deliver aid is what I wanted to say. You know what? Let's go ahead and resupply this fob early, which is going to resupply both of those 2 vehicles anyway. So let's just get him to resupply this fob. He's not going to make it very far this turn, but I think that's what we want him to do. So there he is, deployed as a new supply truck. That's very cool. I love the way that dynamic works. Now, the Chinook should probably still take Charlie. How far can you go? Yeah, plenty far. Let's get you just to land here. And actually, I want you to just move first along the road so we don't risk taking an RPG. So I find the road is a pretty safe area. And now go ahead and just deploy him here. We'll move him 1. in. Okay, more mines. So this is it. This is not on the road. This is booby trap around. I thought they were only 2. That's actually kind of a strange location. Maybe stuff has changed in the last release notes. I don't know if they actually even provided us with them, but let's do a sweep.
Searching for IEDs.
Okay, and nothing there, so let's do as much movement as we can with our infantry, who cost a lot less. And now let's move the whole kit and caboodle home. Which, once again, we can't get to. Does this count? Impossible to say. We'll find out. Oh, okay, so that counts as in the base. Very good. So not this one, but every other one does. So the more you know. And it's true, these guys are capable of leaving, and they have 5 rations, which kind of means that maybe it's useful to do. No, actually, we have vision of everything around us, so there's no point in them actually moving. Okay, so we're doing good because of all these IEDs we're detecting. I think that's the biggest aid for us so far. We'll end the turn. I'm going to try to see if it works now. If it doesn't, I'm going to call this episode to a close. It's pretty much time to call it to a close anyway. So cross your fingers. Okay, well, I hope this doesn't end up breaking the game. It very well might. But I'm going to call this video to a close. I'm going to try to get in touch with every single soldier of support, see what they can do, and hopefully we'll bring this series back. If not, we'll just have to start a new game from scratch, which is also okay. I think it would be fun to do a skirmish mode one, which is, I think, what most people will get the most mileage out of with this game. But until whatever that is that happens next time, thanks for watching this one, and until then, take care.